Erdogan wants full membership in the EU. This week, he said his country's patience has limits. He added he might soon call for a referendum on the issue. This is the latest chapter in a generations-long effort to join the bloc. In 1952, Turkey became a full member of the military organization NATO. It then turned its sights on a diplomatic track. In 1963, Turkey was made an associate member in the European Economic Community. In 1970, it signed an agreement with what's now called the European Communities, and that agreement would eventually grant it full membership, but it didn't happen. The Turkish invasion of Cyprus derailed those plans. In 1980, the Turkish army staged a coup and relations with the European Communities are halted. And in the years that followed, relations normalized and Turkey applied for full membership. A decade passed, and in 1997, leaders of what's now the European Union met. They declined to make Turkey a candidate. So more negotiations followed, and in 2005, EU membership talks started again, and they remain stalled. So is there any resolution in sight? CCTV's Michal Bardavid has insight from Istanbul.
In March, the EU and Turkey signed a critical migrant deal. Turkey was to assist the EU with the influx of migrants and refugees in exchange for financial aid and visa-free travel for its citizens within the Schengen zone. Relations seemed strong and both parties happy with their part of the deal. 7 months later, the picture is quite different. Turkey claims it has followed through on its promises, as the flow of illegal migrants from its shores has almost stopped. The EU, on the other hand, has yet to deliver. The bloc has run into a few obstacles. Following October's failed coup attempt in Turkey, authorities carried out a major crackdown on suspects, where over 110,000 people have been sacked or suspended. The EU expressed concern and strong criticism, one that was not welcomed by Turkey.
If they want to improve relations with us, they have to stop treating us like a second-class country and start seeing us as an equal partner, because that's how we see our partners.
But even before the crackdown, Turkey and the EU came across an issue: terrorism. The EU called on Turkey to change its laws. Yet Ankara stated current laws are needed for Turkey's security as it struggles with an ongoing Kurdish conflict. Analysts believe this issue could cause the visa deal to collapse.
If the terrorist attacks in the southeastern part of the Turkey will continue, and if the Turkish government will continue to take the tough measures on these terrorist attacks and the other problems in the region, I don't think that the visa-free travel issue will be given to Turkey.
Millions in Turkey had welcomed the idea that Turkish citizens could potentially get visa-free access to the Schengen zone. If that part of the EU deal does not go through, no doubt many here would be strongly disappointed.
Though the Turkish government wants the visa deal to be carried out, with the recent developments, not only the migrant deal, but even Turkey's EU accession process might be halted. As Turkish President Erdogan has openly stated, Turkey might consider bringing back the death penalty, which the EU is against. Michal, Bardavid, CCTV, Istanbul.